Hey everyone, welcome back to the Vibrant Health Project. Now I know you're all here because you're committed to living your healthiest and most vibrant life, and you know I'm all about promoting healthy habits and empowering you guys to make informed decisions about your well-being. One of the most impactful ways to take control of your health is through your diet. And while we often focus on what we be eating, it's equally important to be aware of foods that can sabotage our health goals. So in today's video, we're diving deep into a topic that might make your mouth water or maybe make you cringe, as we unveil the top 10 foods you should seriously consider kicking to the curb for good. Get ready to learn why these dietary villains are wreaking havoc on your body and discover healthier alternatives to satisfy your cravings. Trust me, your body will thank you for it. Let's get started. Alright, let's kick off our list with a category of culprits that are everywhere these days: sugary beverages. We're talking soda, sweetened coffee drinks, energy drinks, anything loaded with added sugars. Now you might be thinking, but Doc, I need my morning coffee. And hey, I get it, I'm a coffee lover myself. But the key here is moderation and making smart choices. Those sugary syrups and whipped cream toppings might seem tempting, but they're basically just empty calories with a side of health risks. We're talking about a rapid surge in blood sugar, which can lead to energy crashes, mood swings, and over time, increase your risk for type 2 diabetes and weight gain. And let's be real, nobody wants to deal with those issues. So, what's the bottom line? Ditch the sugary drinks and opt for healthier alternatives like water, unsweetened tea, or even black coffee with a splash of almond milk if you need that creamy fix. Now I know what you're thinking. Breaking up with sugar is hard to do. Those sweet drinks can be seriously addictive. But trust me, your taste buds will adjust, and you'll start to appreciate the natural flavors of healthier beverages. Plus, think of all the benefits. You'll have more energy, your skin will look better, and you'll be lowering your risk for some serious health problems down the line. And hey, if you're really craving something sweet, there are plenty of healthier ways to satisfy your sweet tooth. Try adding some fresh fruit to your water or opting for a piece of dark chocolate instead. Remember, kicking sugary drinks to the curb is a major win for your health. So make the switch today and start enjoying the benefits of a less sugary lifestyle. Next up on our list of foods to avoid are processed meats. We're talking about those delicious but deceivingly unhealthy options like hot dogs, sausages, bacon, basically anything that's been preserved by smoking, salting, curing, or adding chemical preservatives. I know, they're a barbecue staple, a breakfast favorite, and let's be real, they can be pretty darn tasty. But here's the thing, those delicious flavors come at a cost. Processed meats are often loaded with sodium, unhealthy fats, and preservatives like nitrates, all of which have been linked to some serious health problems. We're talking about an increased risk of heart disease, stroke, certain types of cancer, no bueno. And it's not just the long-term risks. Eating lots of processed meats can also lead to digestive issues, bloating, and inflammation in the body. Now I'm not saying you have to give up your favorite bacon cheeseburger entirely, but it's all about moderation and making healthier choices. Instead of reaching for processed meats every day, try incorporating more plant-based protein sources into your diet. Think beans, lentils, tofu, tempeh. These options are packed with nutrients, fiber, and are naturally low in saturated fat. Plus, they're incredibly versatile and can be incorporated into a wide variety of dishes. And when you do enjoy meat, opt for lean cuts of poultry, fish, or grass-fed beef. These options are lower in unhealthy fats and are a much better choice for your overall health. Remember, making small changes to your diet can have a big impact on your health. So ditch the processed meats and start exploring healthier protein sources. Your body will thank you for it. Let's talk about trans fats, found in partially hydrogenated oils. These fats change the chemical structure, making them harmful. They raise bad LDL cholesterol and lower good HDL cholesterol. This imbalance is a recipe for heart disease and inflammation. Now, the good news is that trans fats are being phased out of many food products. But that doesn't mean they're gone completely. You'll still find them lurking in some processed foods, baked goods, and even some fried foods. That's why it's so important to read labels carefully. Remember that partially hydrogenated oil phrase? Even if a product claims to be trans fat free, it can still contain up to half a gram of trans fat per serving. And those servings can add up quickly, especially if you're eating multiple servings of processed foods throughout the day. So, what can you do to avoid these sneaky fats? Choose foods made with healthier oils, like olive oil, avocado oil, or coconut oil. Opt for baked or grilled foods instead of fried foods whenever possible. And when you're grocery shopping, take a few extra minutes to compare labels and choose products that are truly trans fat free. Remember, your heart will thank you for it. Choosing healthier fats is one of the simplest yet most impactful things you can do to protect your heart and overall health. Let's talk about carbs. Not all carbs are created equal. In fact, there's a big difference between the complex carbohydrates found in whole grains, fruits, and vegetables, and the refined carbohydrates found in white bread, pastries, and sugary cereals. Refined carbohydrates have been stripped of their fiber and nutrients during processing. Imagine taking a whole grain of wheat, which is packed with nutrients and fiber, and stripping away all the good stuff, leaving you with just the starchy inside. That's essentially what happens when grains are refined. And what does that mean for your body? Well, without that fiber to slow things down, refined carbs are quickly broken down into sugar, causing your blood sugar levels to spike. This gives you that quick burst of energy, but it's followed by an equally rapid crash, leaving you feeling tired, sluggish, and craving more sugary foods. These blood sugar roller coasters are not only bad for your energy levels, but they can also wreak havoc on your metabolism over time, increasing your risk of weight gain, insulin resistance, and even type 2 diabetes. So, how can you make sure you're choosing the right kind of carbs? It's all about going back to the basics. Opt for whole grains whenever possible. Think brown rice instead of white rice, whole wheat bread instead of white bread, and quinoa or oats instead of sugary cereals. Don't be fooled by labels that say multigrain or enriched. These terms can be misleading. Multigrain simply means that more than one type of grain was used, but they may still be refined grains. Enriched means that some nutrients were added back in after processing, but it's still not as nutritious as the whole grain. And remember, carbohydrates aren't the enemy. Our bodies need carbs for energy. The key is to choose complex carbohydrates that provide sustained energy, fiber, and essential nutrients. By making smarter carb choices, you can fuel your body the right way and avoid those blood sugar spikes and crashes. Let's be honest, fried foods can be incredibly tempting. That crispy, crunchy texture and savory flavor are hard to resist. But there's a reason why fried foods should be an occasional indulgence, not a regular part of your diet. When you deep fry a food, you're essentially submerging it in a bath of hot oil. And while some oils are healthier than others, the high heat of frying can actually change the chemical structure of the oil, creating harmful compounds like acrylamide, which has been linked to an increased risk of cancer. But it's not just the oil that's the problem. Fried foods are typically coated in batter or breading, which absorbs even more oil during the frying process. This means that fried foods are significantly higher in calories and fat compared to their non-fried counterparts. And because they're so calorie-dense, fried foods can contribute to weight gain, which can increase your risk of a whole range of health problems, including heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and certain types of cancer. Now, I'm not saying you can never enjoy your favorite fried foods again, but it's all about balance and making healthier choices most of the time. Instead of deep frying, try baking, grilling, or air frying your foods. These methods can give you that crispy texture you crave without all the added fat and calories. And when you do indulge in fried foods, make it a special occasion and choose wisely. Opt for restaurants that use fresh oil and avoid foods that are overly greasy or heavily battered. And remember, portion control is key. You don't need to eat a whole plate of fried food to satisfy your craving. By being mindful of your choices and opting for healthier cooking methods, you can still enjoy delicious food without jeopardizing your health. Remember, it's all about finding that balance between enjoying the foods you love and making choices that support your overall well-being. We all know that fast food is convenient, especially when you're on the go. But let's be honest with ourselves, it's called fast food for a reason, and it's not because it's healthy. These greasy burgers, salty fries, and sugary sodas might satisfy your cravings in the moment, but they wreak havoc on your body in the long run. Fast food is essentially a crash course in everything that's bad for you. It's loaded with unhealthy fats, refined carbohydrates that spike your blood sugar, and enough sodium to make you bloat like a balloon. Trust me, your body isn't loving it, even if your taste buds are. Over time, this dietary disaster can lead to a whole host of health problems, from weight gain and digestive issues to an increased risk of serious conditions like heart disease and type 2 diabetes. Now, I'm not saying you can never enjoy a burger and fries again. We're all human, and indulging every once in a while is perfectly fine. The key is moderation and making smarter choices. Instead of hitting the drive-thru on a regular basis, try meal prepping healthy alternatives at home. There are tons of delicious and nutritious recipes available online that are just as quick and easy to prepare as your favorite fast food meals. Remember, your health is an investment, not an expense. By making conscious choices about what you put into your body, you're setting yourself up for a longer, healthier, and more vibrant life. Let's be real. Who doesn't love a sweet treat every now and then? But when it comes to candy and sweets, it's all about moderation. These sugary treats are often packed with empty calories, artificial flavors, and ingredients that sound more like they belong in a science experiment than in your body. While a small piece of dark chocolate can actually have some health benefits, most candy offers little to no nutritional value. It's essentially a sugar rush followed by an inevitable energy crash. And let's not forget about the impact on your dental health. All that sugar is a feast for bacteria in your mouth, leading to cavities and tooth decay. Now, I'm not saying you need to give up on sweets entirely. There are plenty of ways to satisfy your sweet tooth without sacrificing your health. Opt for naturally sweet treats like fresh fruits, which are packed with vitamins, minerals, and fiber. You can also try making your own healthy desserts at home using ingredients like dates, nuts, and unsweetened cocoa powder. Remember, a little bit of what you like can go a long way. Instead of mindlessly munching on a bag of candy, savor a small piece of dark chocolate or a few squares of homemade banana bread. By making mindful choices, you can enjoy the occasional treat without derailing your health goals. We live in a world obsessed with convenience, and packaged snacks are the epitome of that. But let's face it, those brightly colored bags and boxes often contain a cocktail of unhealthy ingredients. We're talking about processed carbs, unhealthy fats, sodium overload, and artificial flavors galore. These snacks are designed to be addictive, not nutritious. While they might seem like a harmless way to satisfy a craving, regularly indulging in these processed treats can have real consequences for your health. They can contribute to weight gain, inflammation, digestive issues, and an increased risk of chronic diseases like heart disease and type 2 diabetes. Remember, your body deserves better than to be treated like a trash can. Now, I understand that life gets busy and sometimes you just need a quick snack, but that doesn't mean you have to settle for unhealthy processed options. Instead of reaching for that bag of chips or box of crackers, opt for whole, unprocessed snacks like fruits, vegetables, nuts, and seeds. These nutrient-rich alternatives will provide your body with the energy and nourishment it needs without the added junk. Remember, healthy snacking is all about planning ahead. By keeping a stash of healthy options on hand, you'll be less likely to make impulsive, unhealthy choices when hunger strikes. Alright guys, let's talk about something that might surprise you. We're diving into the world of artificial sweeteners. They sound great, right? Sweet taste without the calories, but they might trick your brain into craving more sweets. And some studies suggest they can mess with your gut health. So be mindful of the potential downsides. Artificial sweeteners can pose risks. Moderation is key. They may interfere with blood sugar regulation, increasing diabetes risk. Overuse can desensitize taste buds to natural sweetness, making healthy foods less appealing. Read labels and choose natural options like fruits. Focus on a balanced diet of whole, unprocessed foods. We live in a fast-paced world and convenience is king. Believe me, I get it. Prepackaged meals seem perfect for a time crunch. But let's take a closer look. Processed foods are often loaded with sodium. Excess sodium can lead to high blood pressure. And it's not just the sodium. Processed foods have unhealthy fats and preservatives. These extend shelf life but harm health. Now, one of the biggest problems with relying heavily on processed foods is that they often lack essential nutrients. Whole foods like fruits, vegetables, and whole grains are packed with vitamins, minerals, and fiber that our bodies need to thrive. Processed foods, on the other hand, are often stripped of these vital nutrients during processing. And while some manufacturers may fortify their products with synthetic vitamins and minerals, it's not the same as getting these nutrients from whole food sources. Another issue with processed foods is their potential impact on digestion. The high levels of unhealthy fats, refined carbs, and additives found in many processed foods can disrupt the balance of your gut bacteria, leading to digestive issues like bloating, gas, and constipation. And let's not forget about the potential link between processed food consumption and chronic diseases. Studies have shown that diets high in processed foods are associated with an increased risk of developing heart disease, type 2 diabetes, certain types of cancer, and other serious health problems. Congratulations! You've made it to the end of our journey through the top 10 foods you should ditch for a healthier you. Remember, making sustainable changes to your diet doesn't happen overnight. It's about taking small, manageable steps and finding what works best for you. Start by gradually reducing your intake of these unhealthy foods and replacing them with healthier alternatives. Focus on incorporating more whole, unprocessed foods into your diet, like fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains. Listen to your body and pay attention to how different foods make you feel. Eating healthy shouldn't feel like a chore. Experiment with different recipes, explore new cuisines, and find healthy meals and snacks that you genuinely enjoy. And remember, you don't have to do it alone. Surround yourself with a supportive community, whether it's friends, family, or a healthcare professional, who can encourage and motivate you along the way. Now, if you found this video helpful, be sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more health and wellness tips. Let's work together to create a healthier and more vibrant you.